knows about second breakfast, Pip?
This year, for our Lord of the Rings rewatch, my siblings and I decided to do it arguably the best way possible. An all-day marathon where we eat like hobbits. That's right, we're going to do breakfast, second breakfast, Elevensies, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and supper. Oh, and of course, we watched the extended editions, with a runtime of around 592 minutes, just under 10 hours, excluding credits. We made a whole weekend of it, even dressing up like hobbits and going to the Ohio Renaissance Festival the very next day. But we're here to talk about our menu. Since I was flying to my siblings for this adventure, a lot of the planning and cooking fell to them. So a big thank you to my family for holding down the fort and being the perfect siblings for a nerd like me. We can all thank our dad for our shared love of fantasy, starting back when we were first introduced to Middle-earth through the animated Hobbit movie. My sister is also a planner, so each meal was meticulously chosen with her love of Middle-earth in mind. We started the day strong with homemade scones with Devonshire cream, with a little jam on the side for anyone that needed a little bit more of a sweet treat for their breakfast. This was actually before we started our watch of the Fellowship of the Ring. We had to take the littlest hobbits, my niece and my nephew, to daycare before we could begin our marathon.
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Don't worry, we've got you covered, with a mixed mushroom and goat cheese frittata, which we ended up eating right around the time that our favorite hobbits found mushrooms on the side of the road before quickly having to leave the Shire. Elevensies, of course, must be eaten within the hour of 11 o'clock. So we went with something light. My sister made lembas bread, and then my brother-in-law and I decided to make sure that we all had mimosas. So I'm going to consider Elevensies the brunch time hour of the Shire. For luncheon, my little brother made beef and barley stew that we then paired with a slice of sourdough and my brother-in-law's homemade fruit sweet tea. Something about meat and potatoes just says Hobbit food. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. And who am I to argue with Samwise Gamgee?
Potatoes.
Afternoon tea featured Bilbo's seed cake, from Recipes from the World of Tolkien, a fantastic cookbook inspired by the legends of Middle-earth. The cake itself was a little more like pound cake, filling and not overly sweet, so some of us paired it with the leftover Devonshire cream from the scones. And tea, of course. Following afternoon tea, we took a short break in our watch time to retrieve the littlest hobbits from daycare before dinner. And also, it gave us a nice break between eating, because we were eating a lot of food. I don't know how hobbits do it.
Lambas. Elvish whey bread. One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
How many did you eat?
4.
Dinner featured more meat and potatoes, with a beef bourguignon by my brother-in-law and a drink from the Recipes from the World of Tolkien, a hot orc draught, a hot apple cider with notes of honey and orange, with whiskey for those of us wanting to join in on Legolas and Gimli's drinking competition.
A slight tingle in my fingers. I think it's affecting me.
What did I say? He can't hold his liquor.
Game over.
And finally, as the Return of the King plays out before us, it's time for supper. What my sister dubbed a Shire charcuterie board, a Shire-themed charcuterie board that I put together. I do fall into that stereotype of former sorority girls that love a charcuterie board. We even made a little carrot stick go in the center of our Boursin cheese to look like a Hobbit door. And just around midnight, we finished our almost 10-hour marathon of what I consider some of the best movies. They hold up over time and make me want to go read the books again. I laughed and I cried and I longed for the world on my screen. My siblings and I dubbed the weekend Siblings Weekend and are already debating what movies we should watch on our next marathon. What do you think?
Is it 30 minutes of credits?
It's crazy.
Okay, continuing.
That's crazy.
There's no way it's 30 minutes of
It's
credits. Oh my
list,
god!
Just look at that, like, that's just like a 10-minute list of just names.